Warning, this video is not for everyone. If your name isn't John or Cecil, don't watch. Seriously though, hopefully this video gets more than 2 views. Dan here, DD Speed Shop, hanging out with the dog. So a flight got delayed, so we're hanging at home for a little bit. Priorities here, Danielle, or?
Nobody cares about the motor.
I care about this motor. So this motor is Small Block Chevy, came in that car. And ultimately this is like the, was it a really good deal or just like a mediocre deal? Which honestly it's already pretty good. So the car we paid for and it came with this motor, which supposedly was rebuilt many years ago. Never ever started, and then just sat for probably 20 or 25 years. Now already on it, I will say we took the carburetor and put it on that car, and the carburetor is like brand new inside. The outside was all tarnished. This thing sat in like a barn. It had bird crap all over everything, and unfortunately it kind of stained everything a little bit, but such is life. But we got the carburetor, so Elbrock 600 or something like that, so it's probably a $400 or $500 carburetor, and it has an Elbrock intake. So already we're kind of in the clear. Now, what I had done back home is I pulled the valve cover on the one side, and I mean it's brand new clean in there. They're brand new gaskets. There's no oil or nothing. It everything looks very nice. And I will say, so we bought this thing, Phil there, he's a good guy, a good guy. There's no bones about it. If this motor has an issue, I don't think he was selling us anything bad. It was, oh man, that's in there. It was just kind of what it was, where it sat for 20 or 30 years. It's been on there for a while. So I assume, Steve, you know, the dogs just have to be in camera all the time, eh? Don't lick your foot. We gotta watch him. He just had some foot surgery there, so that's why we have a trust issue. And if we have one dog out here, not the other one, that one seems to really have a freaker. Don't you just love dogs? So we're gonna, for the $100 it's gonna cost for a gasket kit, I figure we just take this thing apart, see what it has for a camshaft, see if it did have any, you know, dirt and junk like that it got in it. It needs a different oil pan to fit in a Tri-5. That's for sure. Same deal.
Oh, spider web.
Yeah, but I mean there's traces of oil in it and whatnot. So we'll see. We'll have to run the numbers. 492 heads. I don't even know what those are. You can Google it really quick. I don't think anything in this is overly special, but I'd like to see what the camshaft is. 492 Small Block Chevy heads, man. Don't you just love Google? Good performance head. No, that's not bad. They were found on 1970 LT1s. They had 202 160 valves and 64 cc combustion chambers. That's pretty sweet then. Yeah. 492. Critical, as cast. You never know with the internet though. It could be someone just BSing, but honestly, that doesn't sound too bad if that's what we got there. He did say this thing was kind of performance-y, but who knows. So like I said, I'm gonna get a gasket kit. We'll just kind of re-gasket this thing, and we have to change the oil pan to a car pan. It has these ram horns, which kick back. I don't know if those are the good ones or the ones that go straight down are better, but either way, it'll probably get headers, let's be honest. These do look like they were relatively new and then just sat on this thing. So we're gonna pull the intake, pull the cylinder heads. Maybe we'll put it on the crane, pull the oil pan off, just see what it looks like underneath, and kind of get a quick little eye inspection. We're actually gonna go see John and Cecil. Well, we're planning on it till our plane got derailed there, but get a little bit of information and kind of run it by those guys. Not that I'm planning on spending any real money on this. And it does roll over, I will add that. I had it just with a wrench, I turned it over. There was no balancer even on it. So again, this thing was put together and never run or anything. So I'm just gonna mess around here. I'm gonna screw around, take the bolts out of the cylinder head or the intake manifold. We're gonna film the whole thing. It's like a live autopsy.
Yeah.
Oh, oof. It's almost kind of sad there. Brand new deal. Just never got run. Actually, those ones we can get the impact. So let's get the these pain in the butt ones off. Worst case, we can bead blast this intake, and the cylinder heads are good. That'd be a bonus. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know a whole lot about that stuff. I tend to just trust the experts. John and Cecil. They let me know if they're good or not. But these, I wonder how it works. Is there a weight limit to carry on, or is it just size? So I could carry 2 cylinder heads. Oh yeah. Just jam it in the overhead compartment until it comes down on some
Put it in your carry-on.
little old lady.
We've already done it before with an intake.
Intake, though, is aluminum. These are steel. Cast iron. I think they might be a little on the heavier side. Franklin, you know, maybe the dogs weren't the best plan to have in here helping. The problem with having 2 dogs is only one is ever good at a time.
Unless we're both on the couch.
And usually it's 90-10. Yeah, that's the 10%er right there. She's a disaster. I like how she's a pain in the ass, but everyone's like, but she's so pretty. Yep. She's a pretty girl. For the 90% of the men watching this, you know what that means. Headache. Okay. Let's see if we can impact this off now. Oh, bummer. That one didn't sound good.
Mouse poop.
Yeah, I tried to. I actually had to vacuum out to try and vacuum some of that junk out of there, but still is a bit of a situation. Whoops. Alright. Can I bend this, you think? Shouldn't you be organizing those bolts? Shut up, internet. Okay. Okay. Now.
Walking around like it's a cigar.
She's classy. I think this will just come off. We're gonna need a pry bar. Stupid rolly cart so far away from me.
Why don't you just roll it over?
No one's really told me or mentioned that yet, so. Oh, that's brand new. Like a brand new. I told you Phil wouldn't lie to me. Not bad. I mean, we can clean it all up. It's just all full of junk. And guys, all of these lifters are collapsed, which, I mean, I guess that makes sense. There's no oil in them. I wonder what we should do about that. Anyway, okay, I gotta get some different sockets here. I wonder if we can pull this all apart right quick. I should get some bins actually to put things in. Okay, we'll do that.
Do you have bins?
I got boxes. Box is just a poor man's bin. nailed it. Yeah, I gotta get some other tools and stuff anyways, then we'll start putting this in here. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull off, I guess we gotta do all this now that I think about it. Just leave some of these on there. What's this deal now? It's fine. Gross. It's a little kind of guide plates. I don't know if that's I don't think that's a factory small block Chevrolet thing. We should take some pictures to send John there, but got to take this kind of apart so we can get the push rods out, and then we can get to all the cylinder head bolts.
There's definitely a smell coming from this motor.
I did have beans for breakfast. Some of these, the nuts are different. I don't know if that makes a difference or whatever, like they're just a different style.
Oh yeah.
I mean, a nut's a nut, but at the end of the day, it just kind of maybe a little sloppy work. Take all these out. Take that. Now, should be able to get to all of these. Ooh. Got it. Got it. You know, taking stuff apart, I feel like I'm way better at than putting stuff together. Think anyone else can relate to that?
It's far easier to take something apart.
Something does smell in here. Yeah, like breaking stuff versus fixing it. And plus side, a lot of times, so people take stuff apart and then forget about it. And some hillbilly like me comes in and gets it all cheap. Also known as everything that's in this garage.
The smell is getting worse.
Yeah, it's definitely, I don't know what that is. There easily could be something in one of these holes, which wouldn't be ideal. I'm gonna put that little pry bar. Did you see the pry bar?
Yeah.
Oh. Thanks for all the heads up there, Danielle. Should come off.
I'm a little scared.
Oh, it is brand freaking new.
That smells poop.
Think that's what that is? I don't know. Still got oil on all the pistons. They look like they're just flat top with some valve reliefs in them. Generic stuff. Yeah, that's brand new right there. Wow. Wonder. The cut looks a little kind of funny, but maybe that's just how it is. Definitely a few photographs for John. Maybe we should just reuse all these seals. Think anything see funny on this side? So far, it's turned out to be pretty decent.
Well, he did say this was like brand.
Yeah, he's not lying. But it's also one of those things, I've seen lots of stuff where it's brand new, but then it's been sitting, or there's, you know, a valve open or whatever, and there's nothing but junk in there. But I will say it did sit, everything had steel wool blocked off on it, so it was stored properly, and I mean it was inside. So Nice. Same deal.
I can't believe you didn't find something dead.
And not gonna lie, it does smell. Like, it doesn't smell like motor. It almost smells like waxy kind of stuff. I wonder if that's...
It kind of smells like old man.
What are you saying? Are you saying an old man would have put this together?
Well, I just mean, you know how like an old sweater smells after sitting in the closet for forever?
Yeah, it does. It does smell a little bit funny there, but there's no... I don't see any markings on these lifters. I wonder... I assume it's the same as whatever the camshaft is. We'll take this all apart and clean it, but they all seem to be free in their bores. So that's good. This thing we definitely could have just started up. It would have had some junk in it. Doesn't hurt now to go through some rags. Okay, let's pull off this timing cover. Yeah. Well, so far, how are we gonna clickbait this video if everything is good? We're gonna have to get creative here. No clickbait. Dan was actually... Oh, we gotta take the oil pan off though, I bet. I wonder if this will just slide out of the way how it was all put together.
I'll probably just say we found a mouse in this motor.
Well, it is a mouse motor.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to lift this thing up, unfortunately.
Also, you guys will have clickbait for forever because I think it's fun.
But then people make videos about us saying that we're hacks. And all we do is
True.
clickbait.
That's right. All of that is correct information. I'm not denying it.
Yeah, I do love it though. I love when people say we're rich and all these things, and yet here we are, barely making the mortgage payment. Does this thing have 2 gaskets on it? No, just one. I think we're gonna have to get the engine crane out though.
I also think there's a difference between being rich and still working full-time and doing YouTube full-time.
What are you saying? Are you saying if you work 10 hours overtime a week and do a side hustle, you shouldn't have nice things?
You know what? I think that's what the internet wants.
Yeah, we'll just start suffering here right away. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to get the engine crane out and we'll see. So I think we're gonna take the oil pan off, and of course there's oil in this thing because I filled it right full in anticipation of running it. But I wonder if this will...
Do we have something to catch the oil then, or should I put the dogs inside?
We got boxes. Oh, we got that drain pan right there.
Isn't it full?
I don't think so. I was using it just for coolant, so it should be. And I put all that coolant back in. So let's get the crane out. We'll see what we got.
I'm dead.
This chain isn't exactly level. No. Gonna have to...
No.
Oh, it's how someone else put it together. But it's a good chain. It's a free chain. That's how you know it was good. I don't know where I got it from, but I got her. Oh, it's actually this came with the motor. It was in there. So it's a good luck chain. It's a small block Chevy good luck chain. So all I'm just gonna do is jack it up a little bit here, and I'll probably just even leave it on the dolly. We gotta pull the drain plug out. Do I have an adjustable wrench? I have 17 of them. Where would they be? Where would they be, Danielle? I actually just bought one too, but so I do like adjustable wrenches.
There's a giant one.
Giant one.
Here's a small one.
We'll go ahead and just, oh, that's the one I want, yeah. Man, that's my favorite one. Thanks. Instead of getting the proper wrench, let's just screw around. Oh, this might be a disaster, actually. May require a proper wrench. Dang it. Yeah. I need a socket. Dang. You want to get me a socket like this is?
What size socket?
Oh, never mind, I got it. Adjustable socket. Now, how much oil do you think would be in this? Well, I guess it can't be too much. So there was no balancer on it. So it can't be more than 10 liters. Okay. Now, will it be water? Oh, it's oil the whole way. Mint. Nice, fresh, clean oil, too.
What's that white stuff?
A little bit of condensation. But honestly, mellow, mellow, mellow. That's pretty sweet. Huh. Got a little drain on the block and everything. Get the water out of it. We're doing pretty good. I think we might be in the clear here, assuming everything underneath looks decent. We'll pull the oil pan off. Okay, we'll let this oil drain out and yeah, see what we end up with. You know, the true talent's over here, just so we're clear. Nobody came here for dogs. This is Caesar Milan of bad dog training and terrible Tri-5 Chevrolets. Okay. Shoe. What do you think? Think we're gonna find treasures under here? Actually, you wanna pump it? Frank, like, we're trying to show off on camera. What is this? Oh, it's got some sort of a rusty Allen key. Pass me those pliers. He didn't get there without taking it off. We shall see. Okay, you can keep pumping it. Pump it. It's some sort of like just a add-on chrome deal. It's kind of weird.
Pumping?
What's this?
Keep pumping?
Yeah. Pump it. Pump it, Danielle. Keep going. A little more. A little more. Okay, good. I don't know what this deal is, how it works.
I kept you and what you were doing in the shop the whole time.
Wow. That is amazing. Do you think I should just break it? This is... This is all rusty. This can't be really a good thing if this tightens up in the oil filter. I wonder how this deal works. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, it just literally clamps into the oil filter. That seems like it would create a weak spot. I mean, what do I know? The guy at the Jiffy Lube would be impressed with your chrome oil filter and then mess this right up. Is this even coming out anymore? Is that all there? Oh, I don't think I have a filter wrench out here either. Well, let's see what we can get out of this deal. Yeah, 3/8. 3/8. Some of it is. One. I'm not a big fan of these China chrome pans and covers and stuff. I feel like they never fit right. But if this thing was put together 20 years ago, maybe it was better. Because I do think when I was in high school, you could buy cheap stuff and it wasn't quite as junky as the cheap stuff is now. Now I feel like it's just, they couldn't build it any cheaper if they tried. And I know, buy American or whatever, right? So everyone always says, oh, this is gonna be a problem. Sometimes, can't afford that. But when it's dead wrong, it's frustrating. Whoops, it's gone forever. Well, this thing wasn't even silicone altogether. It's almost like some professional put it together, knowing many years later I'd be screwing around taking it apart. Okay, so let's see if we can get the front off first. Where'd that bolt go? Did it fall in the pan? Oh no, here it is. Oh, the tension is rising. Is this gonna come down easy or not? Is there a flathead screwdriver anywhere? There's a little one right there on the workbench. All the wrong tools for all the right reasons. Okay. Is this gonna come off here? It's on this little, oh. It's hitting these motor mounts. Man. Those are custom? Why would someone do that? They're slotted. Never seen that before. Huh. A little different. Okay, 1, 2. So it doesn't have any sort of special timing chain on it. That's a little unfortunate, but such is life, I guess. What do you think this is? Oh, just red miscellaneous. So, pull this off. I would have thought it would have had a double roller timing chain on it, but it does not. Oh, I might need. Oh, okay. Not one marking on the camshaft. I wonder if it's on the back side. Probably is. It's all brand new, but this is all stock. Stock junk, which is fine, I guess. Okay, well maybe we'll need another box to keep the lifters in order. Not that it really matters, I guess, if this thing hasn't run, but we might as well do that. Or you want to pick this oil pan off the 2 remaining bolts first, Danielle? Is that what you're excited about? You're not acting like an audience member here who really cares about all this exciting stuff we're about to do.
I'm hooked.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, last bolt. Can you put in some exciting music? Na 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 na. Couple of dead bugs in there. A little bit of moisture. Honestly, not bad.
Frankly, no.
A little 2-bolt deal.
What's with your ear?
Wow, what is with her ear? Where's that light? Actually, you can pump it up a few more times. You can take a look at this thing. Crank it, crank it. It looks nice. decent shape. Well, it has a kind of a shitty oil pump drive gear, a little plastic one. A few little things have changed while we have it apart, but honestly, it looks clean. Everything is. Oh, I wonder why that. The oh no, it's stamped. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. I thought it was a 3 and a 2, but they just got the 3 kind of funny. Yeah, well, I think that's about as far as I want to take it apart. Let's get a box. We'll put these lifters in. I gotta take the oil pump or the fuel pump off, and we'll see what we got. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Front.
No trust. Are you snuck off?
Driver side, passenger side. So we're gonna take all these lifters out. So the lifters.
One of these sides is a scrub.
Scrub. What does that mean?
Somebody look at it.
I might need some needle nose, but I'm just gonna take these all out. They come out nice. Almost nice, almost like that. But you want to make sure you keep them in the right order because they're supposed to match the camshaft, which again, that's only if they've been run. I think we'd probably be okay.
Steven, don't stand under there, honey.
Man, he is just living on the edge, that guy. He's gone. Oh no, he's right there.
He's right here, that's why my foot's up.
So, but anyways, I mean, we're gonna store these things.
These are the scrubs.
Scrubs. Passenger side?
Passenger side.
Oh. Man, if your best friend's driving a 57 Chevrolet with this motor in it, pretty good friend you got there. Oh no. Don't worry, they're not all in order. You know what actually be really handy for this is an egg crate. That way you can't really lose them. Do we have any egg crates?
Oil, please. No.
We can't afford that?
I've thrown them out.
Throwing them out. I thought we got farm fresh eggs and they come in like a Safeway bag.
No.
Is that not what you're feeding me?
No.
Oh. My bad then.
I'm giving you all the hormones.
That's how I keep my hair so shiny and lustrous. Okay, that. Oh, that one's a pain. Call this lifter Danielle. Oh, she's really being a sipply pain in my bum. There we go. Got that off. Oh, I need a 7/16.
I'm just going to suggest we take that off the floor before the dogs knock it.
No, they won't knock it.
It's going to happen and then it's going to be bad.
There we go.
Steve, your tail? Okay, that's not a good spot either.
This is how you build motors. Keep asking the impact. In a disastrous zone. John and Cecil are just, they haven't stopped shaking their head the whole video. Just, oh God. Why? Has he learned nothing? Yes. I learned that I take it to the experts, but the experts don't live here. Okay, that's good. Now, Steve.
On all the bolts.
I gotta get a bolt here to pull this out. Who trained that dog? Was it?
The vets yesterday said I trained him real good. They said I did a good job with him. He's so sweet.
Yeah, it's amazing how nice they are when they're swiping your Visa card for
$1,700.
He was a free dog.
I know.
Holy moly.
Not yesterday he wasn't.
Okay. Ooh, this is. Well, there we go. So try and hold it
It's a
kind of.
comp cam.
Then we're stopping by John's and we're gonna bring something else back. I don't know what any of this is. OF21, does that mean anything? I need a rag. Where'd you put all the paper towel you were using like crazy there the other day?
I used it all.
The whole roll?
Yeah.
That was the blue stuff. Between the dog expense and the paper towel expense in here, we're barely gonna be able to afford the shop. Okay. Where's my phone? Oh. We gotta get the Google machine. So.
I always forget I have this tattoo.
What is the matter with you?
The other day, I was like, I have 4 tattoos? I was shocked. I had no idea.
Danielle, CP151 camshaft, see if that does anything. Chevy with a 151 cam. Here we go. Not really telling me nothing here. Might have to do a little Googling. F21. Oh, comp cams, 151 H grind.
Knew it.
You'll never get away from a comp cam.
That's not what I wanted. The 20 years ago does
This
sound.
will fit in a carry-on.
A mild factory cam. 1970 Corvette camshaft, one guy's saying. Whatever, it is what it is. Friend about a 66 Corvette L79, 4-speed. So we knew it has a 151 cam in it. Made an L79, arguably the best small block Chevy of that era. I guess we'll have to look and see. Maybe it's an L79 thing. I'm going to spend a little bit of time researching what that is. You can still see all the installation grease on it. So, wonder if any of this makes a difference, how it's got like a little bit of discoloration, if that matters. I'll have to send some photographs to John and see what he recommends. Well, I know what he's going to recommend. Just take this ISKI cam back for $1,200. All right. Let's do a little research. Text Daddy John, see what he says. He knows. Okay, so I sent a bunch of pictures to John, and he gave me a call back, and he's full of all sorts of advice, as per usual. So these, actually, what he said was, this is a very similar motor to that motor that was in the Camaro and then is now in my Nova, which also has 0 miles on it. And that was a 435 horse deal with this exact cylinder head. So this is over-the-counter LT1 style replacement cylinder head, I guess. Either came with straight plug or angle plug. Obviously these are straights. So that's pretty cool. Nice closed chamber and stuff like that he was saying. So that's decent. Those are the exact same pistons that were in that motor. He then recommended, he said, what they did on that motor is obviously because it was right apart, they were chasing compression. So they, let me say, swipe 10 or 20 thou off the block itself. But he recommended, he said, what kind of, gaskets on it. It has a fiber gasket, so put a steel shim gasket in it, and that'll give you, 0.2 of a compression type thing. So I guess with all this stuff, it sounds like we're probably in the 9 to 9.5-ish compression would probably be a fair thing to say. Obviously it had the intake, had the carburetor. This camshaft, I did do some further Googling on it, and I kind of said what it was and read the specs out to John. And what he said, he's pretty correct. This is a very typical build of 25 years ago, and everything is good. But he says this camshaft is probably very similar to the camshaft that's in that 454 that's in my gray 55. That's an L88 style camshaft, and this is whatever it was 121 or whatever I said there. So I think it's actually a GM cam, the further research I did on it. And he says it's good, it's all those things, they'll make power, but what the new modern way stuff is, this is kind of a lazier camshaft where it makes power up high, which I found with that 454. That's actually why I want to take that camshaft out and put a different one in now. So it makes power way down low, but you don't lose up top. Just as technology's changed, obviously, so has performance. So where it's left me at right now is I think we should put a camshaft in it. This is a lot better motor than I thought it was going to be. I think put a proper oil pan on it, put a camshaft in it, put a double roller timing set on just cuz, and you know, go through the cylinder heads. Obviously I'm going to put different valve springs in it and put it all back together, and realistically we should have a, I don't know, 400 horsepower, high 3, low 400 horsepower deal, or like a, you know, 350 horse, 350 LT1 style, something along like that is what I think we should probably do. Oof, maybe we should take a picture of that cam bearing. Doesn't look the greatest, but yeah, I think I'm going to leave this thing. I'm going to put the oil pan back on, just whatever. But this might be an interesting one to put on, like an actual, like, buy a cheap run stand or make one and like break it in properly and just kind of keep it in the corner and put in something down the road. I don't know what we should do with it, but it looks like it might be a decent little motor, maybe even for...
It has a good motor.
Oh, this one would have like 3 times the horsepower. So, but yeah, that's kind of interesting. I wonder if this, I don't know if that's good or bad to send some pictures to John, but everything looks new, it looks decent. I mean, definitely I think this would be a good runner. We could put it all together and make something happen. But I think, I mean, for whatever a camshaft's going to cost, which I'm sure is not free, but nothing's free. John's a good friend to have, but he's an expensive friend to have, as I've learned. Him and Cecil, you know, but the hot dogs are cheap, you know? It's amazing. You give them many thousands of dollars and you get a hot dog out of the deal. So this cylinder is leaking down. I have to take her back under warranty. I'm going to put the oil pan back on real quick, and then we'll probably just let it sit on the ground for now. You know, we got to go pet the dogs for an hour or two before we leave, and kind of carry on. But that's what I think I want to do, so you guys can let me know in the comment section what your thoughts may be. If you want to see a little kind of budget engine build, this is the rarity where the guy actually says it was a rebuilt motor, and it actually was. Which, not that I don't trust the guys that say that before, but in the past I have been burned with good running motors. So this one worked out really good. That's where we're gonna leave it. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. John's got a E.S.E camshaft already picked out, which may be in my carry-on 3 days from now.
I would like to say he said it 3 times while you guys were on the phone.
What's that?
That I got a camshafter, you can just take it home with you.
I called him, and he was in Cecil's driveway, and he's like, I'll see what we got in stock. I love those guys. Well, that's where we're going to leave it, and maybe we'll have a little, you know, motor build of our own out here. Instead of having the experts, we'll have the... Well, Danielle knows what she's doing. It's basically like cooking and vacuuming. You're basically same thing here, right, with parts. That's really it for today. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Go pet your dog. His foot's doing better. Even though it looks bad, it is better. Thanks for watching.